sound, head hitting on the ground, cause the evil was done to me. I'ma bring it to you, you're gonna feel it too. Some folks call liberty. In the land of the free, cops stopping the fleet. You'll be looking at me and I'll be loaded. Hell broken all loose below. Heaven had no place to go. Mama's gonna pay for all that I'm gifted. How we gonna do it? Take what I want, though the world's resistant. How we gonna do it? No repeat, goddamn fatalistic. How we gonna do it? Gonna baby.
On a spot of land that was once desert, now stands the city of Glendale, and a building filled to the brim with fans, State Farm Stadium. Today, we have an NFC fighting storm between the Los Angeles Rams and the Arizona Cardinals.
Joshua Cardi to kick off for the Rams.
Ball is teed up, Joshua Cardi to do the honors. And away we go in Glendale. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Play action now, Murray. With the pick. Well, Brock, I highly doubt all the plays will go as well as that one, but this coverage starts off the game with a major W.
That's all you could ask for right there. You come out so focused, so dialed into your game plan. You start this game strong, and you quickly throw a wrench into their opening script on the other side. That starts to play head games, and it certainly gives your defense a ton of confidence.
Hey, what's up? Hey, five.
May will throw to get us started here. Escapes the pocket. He can run it. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss.
Off the play action, May. Vacates quickly left side. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now. I know it's early, Brock, but that felt kind of big. A lot of momentum generated from that turnover was about to disappear if they didn't convert.
Yeah, there actually is some pressure on this opening series to score. I know pressure's a privilege, but that turnover gave them some early momentum, but it won't just disappear if they'll fail to score. It will actually head to that other sidelines.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Crazy. And here goes Trot.
May looking to throw. He brings it in. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. On comes Joshua Cardi to try the extra point. Rush coming off the edge, and they block it!
It's one of those situations, Kate, where it kind of just felt, actually it looked like they just assumed that other group was not going to go after that block and just make it a 7-0 game. You can never, ever assume anything at any point in this game. That had that sense of urgency to do your job, and they did not as that kick got blocked.
This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
At the 22-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Staying on the ground with Benson. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down. The Cardinals out for the punt. Blake Gillikin will kick it away. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. Looking to return from the 29. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll work against the blitz. Complete now to the right side. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They gain 11 on that play. And the Rams have the 1st down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock. And that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they push him out just as he gets back to the line. 2nd down coming up. A pause now. Medical staff headed out. This is Puka Nacua who's in some discomfort. They're going to take a look. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. May now from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he takes it. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
1st and 10 from the 43. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Back now, pressure coming. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That one gains 7. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry.
Crazy, 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 crazy.
Here's May on 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling right. Well, all the way across the field, and it's intercepted. Along the right sideline, there's space. And he's going to take this one back, and he's in for the pick six for Arizona. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Here goes Trump.
Operating from the gun. Here's May. Dump off pass to Williams. And he's not going to be able to add anything to that catch. So give him progress across midfield there to the opposing 46. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
They'll motion him out of the backfield.
Five. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
May trying again here on 2nd. Cut out left. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Crazy, crazy.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Forced out to his right. He's going for it himself. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Going play action. May buying some time left. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Hey, what's that? Five. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. That's caught by Williams. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and
A quarter down. 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. 7-6 is our score. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Eighth play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going.
Here goes Trump.
To throw, here's May. Got a man, that's Nakua. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Offense is set. First and 10. From the red zone on first. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Cardinals have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
His progress is soft, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They're going play action. It's Murray. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Benson off the zone read. Defense following the ball perfectly on that zone read and close in on him for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, that came at the perfect time.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Chased out to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Rams will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
You know what? With yet another interception, you know what it might be time to do, Kate? Just run it. Run it.
First down from the 42. A handoff for Williams, running left. And they push him out just as he gets back to the line. 2nd down coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
May off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Will Johnson. Into the red zone. And he's going to take this one back. And he's in for the pick 6 for Arizona.
Hard to believe they got him yet again, Kate, especially with how far they had to go on that return. Mentally, this is not a place you ever want to be as a quarterback. It is devastating. Defensively, well, this is teaching tape for not just taking it away, but taking it to the house.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Fielded just shy of the end zone. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, what's up?
They stay on the ground with Williams. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
First down, and they go right back to him. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Short pass brought in. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
To the air on first down, May. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. And now it's second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. Back to the air, it's May. He'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages. Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself. Seventh play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. Off the play action, May. Rolling out to his left. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. More from State Farm Stadium after this. New set of downs for him from the 31. First down throw for May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Okay, this defense finally setting up, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw. After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here goes up. Crazy.
Again, it's May. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Kyron Williams, the intended target. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Crazy. Here goes up. 5.
They'll air it out on 3rd. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down. Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You can tell this is going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee. Return starts at the 9. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
Cardinals into formation. It's 1st and 10. And off to Benson to start the drive. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Stop made by Braden Fisk.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, They could be the big gains of next week.
Throw is there, Trey McBride. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Snared by the running back, here's Trey Benson. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Second and 6 coming up here. Another throw coming for Murray. Wilson on the slant. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. So they can try for some points going into the break. So now it's Chad Ryland's turn to attempt this Cardinals field goal. This a 39-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Ryland is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Here's Jarquez Hunter getting his first look on the ground. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They'll come to the line here, second and 9.
Crazy.
May now from the gun. Flushed out now to his left. A little off center as man just couldn't adjust to it.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
May now on third down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing a double coverage, odds are against you.
He can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10. Now an inside give to Benson. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got second and 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Benson once more. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Space on the stop. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and
3. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Murray. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find Trey McBride. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
On the move, headed right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Dadrian Taylor Demerson getting there for the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. May now. Screen here for Williams. Across midfield at the 45. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. A pickup of 17. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Catch made right side by Nakua. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Rams have the 1st down.
A gain of 21 yards.
Straight ahead with Williams. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on 1st down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Here's May to the air. caught by Williams. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Made now, 3rd and 2. Got a man, that's Nakua. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Hey, what's up?
Williams. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy. Hey, five. Crazy, crazy.
Throwing is May. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. The Rams shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion.
Maybe a little armchair quarterback after that call. It's like the defense knew exactly what was coming.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Has this at the 6. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. Arizona offense looks ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. They're going play action. It's Murray. His throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And nothing doing after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down. Well, that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Murray keeps it. That is exactly why you rally to the football. You got through 1 tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Play action now, Murray. And this one will get them into enemy territory. Hit and stop quickly. Catch moves him to the 48. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good enough for an Arizona 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This is Benson. And he stops, so that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd. 3 quarters in the books from this one. The Cardinals have it with the lead. Just got to hang on for a little bit longer. First down now, ball at the 33. Back to throw, Murray. Short pass brought in. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, they need 7. A give left side to Benson. He's got it in the red zone. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
13-yard line.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Brought in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook was wide open.
They give on second to Benson. And they haul him down after a gain of a couple. Leaves him in need of 1 more yard here on 3rd down.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Murray to throw here on 3rd. Headed out right. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it's going to be 4th and short. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board. Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Returnable from the 1. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Going left side, Williams with it. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
He gets this one in Nakua. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped, though, right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
He's got the 1st down grab and still going. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. They get 27 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
That's good.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
It is crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy. Hey, 5.
May on 1st and 10. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Rams have the 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's May on 1st and 10. Finds the in route complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Crazy, crazy.
From the red zone now. Right back to Rice. Caught again. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Five. Hey, what's up? Crazy.
Here's May again. He brings it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams down by only 2 in the 4th. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. They knew what they had to do. First the touchdown. Now a 2-point try to tie it.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Throwing again. It's May. And they drop just the right throw, and it ties this game for them. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
That's a good question. No, go ahead, though. Take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. They'll begin this drive with Benson. And the power play up the gut results in 2 yards.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Oh, Murray lost it! It's scooped up by the Rams. And he's going to take it back for the LA touchdown! The Rams take a 4th quarter lead. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at them. I love the joy. The unit that doesn't get to celebrate the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he's brought down to end that run back, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Cardinals down by 7. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Rambo. Sit. Hey.
He'll look to throw it. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He's going to keep it this time, and they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
That is complete. McBride on the slant. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Rams make the play that should win them this game.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Up the gut they go with Williams. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, just infuses your offense with confidence.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down.
Go!
Here's a design run. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So for Brock Ewart, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are winners as we say so long from Glendale.